Tobin from RealAgriculture.com here at the Canadian Dairy Expo. I am joined by Donald Cooper. Now, Donald is a renowned marketing strategist, business strategist, and brander. And we wanted to pick his brains a little bit today about branding milk. But first of all, let's talk about your big brand that you built, the Cooper sports equipment brand.
The Cooper hockey, baseball. We became the #1 market leader in the world with 70% market share in hockey globally, and 30%, a lot of people don't know that, 30% market share in Major League Baseball with Cooper bats and gloves. And the interesting branding lesson here is that we got 70% market share in hockey and 30% in Major League Baseball, and never paid an athlete a nickel, not 5 cents. We didn't even give them free stuff. We charged them for it. And our position was, if we could help you to play better, reduce injuries, lengthen careers, and save lives, why should we also have to write you a check for $250,000? It just didn't make any sense, and there was certainly no profitability in that. So we built the brand because we had the best stuff. And our competitors were offering them money and free stuff, and they chose our stuff. So that was just because we had a product quality and feature advantage.
Now, hey, let's draw some parallels between Canadian milk and what producers are producing on the farm, which is really, we look at the Blue Cow, 100% Canadian quality milk. How can farmers support that brand in what they do every day?
Well, the #1 thing, of course, that they can do is to continue to produce a high-quality product. The Milk Marketing Board does the actual marketing on behalf of dairy farmers, and so they're driving the media component. But the product quality that stands behind the brand, that supports the Blue Cow brand, is the responsibility of every single dairy farmer. And while they can't go out and do marketing and advertising on their own, they don't have the budget or the time or the wherewithal to do that. But so what they need to do is support the marketing efforts of the Milk Marketing Board and the fabulous Canadian Milk Blue Cow brand.
Now, you mentioned as well, the things that we do on the farm, treating animals well, and just following best management practices. You can actually tear down a brand pretty quick if something goes wrong on the farm, right?
Oh, absolutely, great point. Because nowadays with social media, especially, if we mistreat our animals and some employee videos that with their smartphone and puts that out on the internet, then we as an individual farmer in some community somewhere has severely damaged the image and the brand of Canadian milk. And that can be a brand killer. So we all, as individual farmers, have this tremendous responsibility to support our industry with quality milk, efficiently produced, so kind to animals.
You mentioned that, the dairy, producers spend about $70 million a year on marketing.
Yes.
But you're basically buying space and buying impressions for the brand. But the true brand champions are down on the farm and what they do and the product that's being produced.
Producing the product. And but the branding is important because we have an aging demographic, and so we have older people saying, drinking milk, fresh milk every day is for kids. Ice cream is for all ages, I can tell you that. My mother was 93 and was chowing down on ice cream at every opportunity. So there's no age limit there. And there's the great yogurt products that have wonderful health benefits. And there's so much being done to move dairy forward in spite of an aging population and changing cultural demographics and some of those kinds of things. So for dairy farmers, get behind the program, keep producing wonderful milk, and keep supporting the Blue Cow. And it'll work out.
Final question for you. I mean, you mentioned, way back in the day, you really didn't have to pay athletes because, for the Cooper brand. But today, I mean, and maybe the first in, but today there's so much competition in the dairy case, in the beverage case, that farmers have to spend money because, again, they're so competitive. We've got a global marketplace. We've got a lot of cultural challenges coming in. We've got a lot of, competitors in the beverage case.
Almond milk for Pete's sake.
How important is it to invest in marketing to support your brand?
Oh, absolutely, because otherwise milk falls off the radar with these changing demographics. So we need to keep milk front of mind, and the health benefits and the deliciousness of ice cream and the healthiness of yogurt and all these different things to remind people, because they're being inundated with thousands of advertising messages a week in their lives, and there's confusion about everything. So consistent marketing to drive any product category and any brand is absolutely essential. Turn the marketing machine off and see what happens. It ends badly.
Hey, Donald, thank you so much for your time
Thank
today.
you.
Appreciate you dropping by.
It's wonderful. I got to go and milk some cows now.